All right, what is going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having an amazing Friday so far. Today's training, what we're going to be going over, won't be too long. It's going to be going over the role of exercise for weight loss. So first of all, I'm going to cover some questions that people usually have when it comes to exercise in general. And then I'm going to break down like the specific role that it typically has when trying to lose weight specifically, okay? So when it comes to weight loss, exercise, what is the role it plays when it comes to doing that? Okay, so first and foremost, and also before we dive in, if you have any questions as I go, I'm going to be going over some common questions and answering those for you all. But if you have any questions as I go, make sure you drop them down in the comments as always. Let's dive into it, everybody. So first and foremost, I'm just going to read from my list here. So when it comes to exercise, do we actually have to exercise to lose weight? No, not necessarily. Like, you don't have to exercise to lose weight. Of course, it's recommended, but today we're just talking about the role in exercise and weight loss. So no, not necessarily. You can still lose weight if you just get the nutrition on track, okay? It's all about calories in versus calories out. So the next question that I hear commonly is how many times per week to go work out to get actual results. So the rule of thumb here is like, if you're looking to maintain, so let's say you lost your weight and you're just like, you just want to make sure your muscle mass is staying on and your metabolism is decently good and everything. You can go about 2 times per week, do a full body workout in both those days and go hard. So like, let's say Tuesday and then maybe Thursday or so, or like a Tuesday and a Friday, you go and go as hard as possible, really burn it out as much as possible. Like, you might want to stay for an hour and a half or so and really crush in that workout, and that'll help you maintain. Now, if you want to see actual results, the rule of thumb is like 3 times per week, okay? And you can go like 30, 45 minutes, whatever really suits you best, but 3 times per week, and do full body workouts too, so you get the best bang for your buck. So there's the answer to that question. Now, the next question is like, can I train full body every day? That depends on what style of training that you're doing. So if you're doing strength training, you actually can do it, because when it comes to strength training, you're kind of trained differently with your muscles, and you only need about 24 hours to really fully recover for specifically strength. Now, that is like more so powerlifting. This wouldn't really align with you guys. So so when it comes to you, if you are just, working out to progress and get better, right? And not being like a power lifter or nothing like that, then it's best not to train every single day, like at all. You should give it a good 48 hours. So let's say like 2 days of rest, so you can do Monday, and let's say you're doing chest or legs on Monday, then it's totally fine to do legs again on Wednesday. Like, you can do that. That's all good. So the next common question that we have here is, how hard should we go in working out? So I always say, just as a rule of thumb, go 80% maximum, okay? Because 100% maximum, you're kind of like touching the injury side of things, more of a possibility to get injured. And here's the thing is like, you can train as hard as you can and go for months at a time, but you get that one injury and that's going to set you back for months and months and months. So who's doing to progress better? The person going 80% who stays consistent long-term, or the person who does 100%, goes for about 6 months and then completely crashes off and has to wait another 6 months to start, okay? The 80%er. So always go about 80% maximum. So that means if you can do 10 reps maximum, just like as hard as you can to get those bicep curls, and that's it, well then only do about 8 reps or so. So that way you can rest in between your sets and then do another 8 reps, and you want to stay consistent with that, trying to improve. Okay, so the next one here, everybody, is the easiest type of exercising. So this is just a common question I'm going to answer. Easiest type, I guess, just walking. Walking is a form of exercise, I guess we could say. So easiest type is exercise is just walking, or maybe like swimming is pretty simple. Well, depends for swimming, but I'd say walking. And then if we're talking about like weights and everything, the machines, because you can really, you're really avoiding injuries at all costs as long as you're doing it smart. You can practice your form and stuff. So it's like, I guess we could say the easiest. Now let's see. How do you like working out? Okay, I get this question a lot. Like, Hayden, how do you like it? Right? Because I genuinely love working out most of the time. There's a lot of days where I'm like, holy hell, it's the last thing I want to go do, but you gotta go do it. You gotta go do it anyways. And how do I find enjoyment in it? Is ultimately when you can change your way of thinking to, instead of thinking like dreading it, like, oh, I gotta go work out so I can lose this weight, and like making it almost like a bad thing, instead switch your thinking to be like, I'm so grateful that I even have the opportunity to like go work out and work on my body. Like there's people across the world who are literally like slaves and they don't even have the opportunity to work on themselves. It's not even going in their mind because of their life conditions and what's going on. And working out is like so important when it comes to your mental health and like just overall yourself. Like it just, I could talk about it all day on how good it is because it's literally changed my life. So that's just changed the way you're thinking. And also as well, when you can make it more so like a game, make it more fun. Stop taking it so serious. Stop getting so stressed out about this weight loss and everything. If you do that, you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to get your emotions caught up in the journey. It's going to cause you to fall off and just want to quit and throw in the towel. You know, anybody who deals with that high stress, it's hard to stick with. So when you can switch it though, and make it more of an enjoyment thing, make it more like a game, then our brains, you know, us as people, we like goals, we like accomplishing things. That's just how we are as people, as humans. So when you can make it like that and have little goals and make it more enjoyable for yourself and switch your thinking when it comes to working out, that's how you do it, okay? And trust me, it literally took me like 2+ years of trying to get into that routine and stay consistent. Because I was probably like a lot of you, like I was like, who in the hell in the right mind would ever find lifting metal or steel or whatever, like, or iron would be fun? Like, whoever would think that lifting iron would be fun? It's ridiculous. That's what I used to think. And now I'm like, holy hell, I cannot wait for the end of today so I can go into the gym. I mean, not today, because today's legs, I'm not looking forward to that. But most days, like I said, I can't wait to get into there. And it's just therapy. It's just amazing, and you get to work on yourself, and I promise you too, with where you're at right now, if you are struggling with everything, you know, over time, your mindset will change with it as well, and you will more over time enjoy it as well and look forward to it, especially when you get good at it, you're progressing. Because think of it, nobody wants to do something they suck at, right? And I'm not saying you guys suck at anything or working out or anything like that, but let's say, you know, you're trying to learn how to ride a bike. At first, it is like hell. It's like, I hate this because I can't ride this freaking bike, and my friends can ride the bike, and these people are riding bikes for a joke, and I don't know how to ride a bike. But once you get it, you don't want to get off the bike because it's like, oh, I'm getting good at it. Same thing here, okay? So the next thing, and this is why it's so good to follow like a program or follow like some sort of kind of have a good idea of what you're going to do when you go to the gym, because you're not feeling like a chicken with his head cut off then when you go in there, and it builds your confidence. It makes you feel a lot more like safe, secure, and better. So the next question here is, how long should you go for? So when you go to the gym, when you're working at home, how long can you go for? I have clients who literally would do like 15-minute workouts, because this one client lived on the road though, so like 15-30 minutes was like their maximum time. But the average we'll say is like 30-45 minutes. I prefer to go a little longer. It's just I do this stuff all day long, right? So what I do is probably going to be different than a lot of you ladies, because you know, you have kids, you're working full time. Like I do this stuff full time, so it's so easy for me to go to the gym for an hour and a half a day, and I can do that. But I'm not going to tell you to do that, because that might not be sustainable for you. It might not be realistic with the time you have. So 30 minutes, everybody has 30 minutes. 45 minutes, another good average as well. So I'd say around, 35, 45 minutes or so, we can call it average, okay? So next question here, the last common question. And again, if you have any questions for me, please comment down below. I'm right here to help out. The last question that I have though here, some of the most common questions is, how do we lose belly fat? Like, can you target belly fat? Like, can you actually target your fat loss with working out? No, you can't. Your abs and losing that belly fat mostly is going to be made in the kitchen. What I want you to think about is, like, let's say you have a sculpture, or no, that's not a good analogy. Just picture this, okay? So let's say that if I was, let's say 350 pounds, right? And I worked out, and I had muscle, I had hard muscle underneath my body, but there's a layer of fat over top of my body, right? And to lose that, so to build this physique, we have to sculpt away at that fat. So you almost want to think about working out as like the shaping of it, like the design, I guess, and the nutrition is like what's melting off, like the cover of your sculpted body, if that makes sense, okay? So that's kind of like the, I hope that answers your question. That leads me into the role of exercise in weight loss, everybody. So starting, number one is exercising for weight loss will speed up your results. Now, I want to let you all know that whenever I have clients come on, sometimes like we don't even get them to work out in the first place. Like depending on their case, sometimes we just get them to slowly start walking more, building more steps up, and then eventually get into the gym. But working out will definitely speed up your weight loss, okay? So even, if you hit a plateau, whatever it may be, anything, it'll speed it up because you're just burning more calories, and the more muscle that you have in your body, so from strength training, it's gonna help boost your metabolism overall. And that leads me into the second one, which it boosts your metabolism, which is amazing for anybody, but especially, as we age, or if you don't eat as much food and you're trying to lose weight and you kind of got to get your calories up, it'll help boost your metabolism. It'll help with that area too. Okay. Now, of course, that means it makes weight loss way easier. Okay. Not way easier, but it makes your weight loss easier in general. Now, the next thing is, of course, your overall health, just overall your bones, you're going to be stronger. There's actually studies that show that if people work out when they're teens, just for a little bit of time, when they're like older, or as they age, when they're, let's say, 60s, 70s, whatever it may be, and they go to the doctor and get themselves checked up, their vitals are like way different than people who are not athletes just because they trained as they were younger. So it's like the benefits are unbelievable when it comes to your overall health, okay? So like blood pressure, everything. So the next thing here is energy, okay? Working out will give you energy. Don't ever come and tell me that you don't have enough energy to work out, because by working out, you will have more energy from doing it, okay? So working out gives you more energy, which means that you're gonna wanna do more things. You're gonna wanna be more productive in your life, therefore burn more calories. It's almost like a cycle, everyone. You gotta choose your cycle. Do you wanna choose a cycle that's gonna get you, on the wrong path for your health or on the right path? And at the end of the day, we all have that decision that we can make. So when it comes to working out and weight loss, it's so beneficial because it's going to give you more energy. Therefore, you're going to want to do more things. You're going to be more motivated. You're going to be feeling much better and driven. Therefore, you're going to do even more things, more working out, more goals set, more progression, and you just want to keep building that momentum as you go. Again, as I mentioned, if you haven't done this before, it might be hard to get that ball rolling at first, and that's fine, but you can do it. You can 100% do it. You have all the resources available around you. You can 100% do it. You just gotta get this on board as well and take that action. I promise you, it's the best thing you'll ever do for yourself. So the next thing here is, after the energy, is it boosts your confidence. So as I was just talking there, it boosts your confidence. And therefore, when you have more confidence in life, you're more likely to want to get out and do more things, burn more calories, do more activities, put yourself in different situations, try more things with working out to progress better. So it builds your belief in yourself. And that helps tremendously, because I see a lot of people I talk to, sometimes they don't have that belief in their mind that they can actually lose weight because they struggled with it maybe for like 20 years. The weight's been stuck on them, right? So it's like, Caden, why am I going to lose weight this time compared to everything else I've tried? But it's like having that self-belief, that trust, and that confidence in yourself plays a massive, massive role. Because just imagine if you convinced your mind to the point where it's like you believe in yourself so much that you know that, okay, as long as I don't quit, I just can't fail. And if you have that mindset, like, you are such a powerful person. So build that mindset. You have the choice. You can do it if you want to. So, I got a comment. Oh, that's a really good one. So Sarah, my girlfriend, just made a comment, and she said, what helped me stick with working out is when I gained muscle, I didn't want to lose it. That's a good one. I never even thought about that. So it's almost becomes harder to give up, as she says, so you might as well just stick with it, right? Because like you put in all that work, and the last thing you want to do is lose your results, right? So it's like that's a good one, is they'll make you want to stick with your weight loss journey much longer because you put in all that work, all that time, right? The last thing you want to do is just throw it out the window and give it up. So that was a really good one there. So the next one here builds discipline. Okay, working out is, again, it is one of the most best things in the world because it builds these characteristics. It builds this mental calorie rate in here. And when it comes to weight loss, everyone, you know, so much of it comes from up here. Okay, so much of it. And the reason why is, like, here's an example. You have all the resources in the world in front of you. I give you every single thing for free, like, to help you out, to help get on the right path with weight loss and stuff like that. So it's not about the lack of information, okay? There's something else. And I truly believe that it's about getting your habits in place, your mindset in place, so you can stay consistent on your journey and then learn how to make it a lifestyle rather than just a diet that you follow, if that makes sense. So, builds discipline, okay? And when you have discipline, it doesn't just affect one area of your life. Discipline spreads across your life, okay? So, for example, like if you're working out consistently, odds are you're gonna eat better as well. Not all the time, but odds are you will, just because your discipline spreads through your life. So, more discipline. Discipline is key. It's the highest form of self-love, okay? Because ultimately it's choosing to do what's best for you rather than what you want in the short term, okay? Delayed gratification. So the next one we got here is easier to avoid plateaus. One of the reasons why a lot of people quit on their weight loss journeys is they'll lose the weight, they'll be feeling amazing, that dopamine rush is just going crazy, you got this massive high, I get it. And then you hit the wall, and the wall is like hell. It's like, oh my gosh, like I've been losing weight so long, and now I'm fluctuating, not seeing any progress. This is the worst thing ever. What's going on? And it just makes you want to quit eventually. And a lot of people eventually will quit at that point, okay? Either forget your why, they'll go back to their old habits, whatever it may be. There's many reasons why. But working out can help you avoid hitting plateaus. And that's one of the biggest things you need to know, because if you hit a plateau before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It sucks, okay? Because you put in all that work, you hit that plateau, and if you don't know how to work around it and you fall off, it really sucks. It really hurts inside because, like, gosh, like, I just want to lose this weight. I've been trying so hard. I've done all these months, and now I hit the plateau. I'm back to square one now. So working out can help with that tremendously, okay? Let's see what else here. So avoid loose skin and a skinny fat look. So here's a quick story for you. I got a client right now. They start with me around 320 something pounds, and they're down to 201 point something now. 201 point something. They're way less than me. And this client, you would think, right? You think naturally going from that much weight down to 200 pounds, you'd think that they'd have a lot of saggy skin, right? Just naturally. No, they barely have any. I'm not even kidding, everyone. They barely have any saggy skin. And the reason why is because they've consistently worked out 3 times per week, building their strength and building their muscle. I was seeing them the other day. We were talking and they were showing me, and like their muscles are amazing. Their veins are popping out. Like their body fat is so low. They have a 6-pack now. So it's pretty crazy. And when it comes to saggy skin, very, very minimal, like barely any. And it's like, we're going to just fill that out with muscle here soon. So this is one of the biggest things. So if you have 50 pounds plus to lose or whatever it may be, 50 pounds, you might have a little bit, but like I said, this client lost 100 plus pounds. So if you work out consistently, if you do it right when it comes to weight loss, or specifically fat loss, and you do it right with your nutrition, your fitness, don't have to worry really much about it. Okay. So, and I promise you, you'd rather that when you get to that point than the weight. I promise you, like when you make that change happen, how good you are going to feel. So, again, avoid the skinny fat look. So the skinny fat look is when like you lose the weight, but you don't do it properly. So you eat up your muscle mass, and then eventually this causes a lot of plateaus, right? Because you eat up your muscle mass, your metabolism drops. So you hit this point where you lose all your weight. And then what happens a lot of times, people will go back to eating the same amount of food they were, and their metabolism is completely crashed, and they're eating all these calories again because they just did this restricted diet. And now all the weight comes back so much faster because now you have less muscle mass in your body. So you're just building yourself into the bigger rut. So it's better to work out so you can preserve your muscles and lose the weight and feel and look a lot better and keep your metabolism good. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So let's see here. We got one more, everybody. One more. more ability to have an active lifestyle. Okay, if you have more weight on you, odds are you're not going to be able to keep up with, if you're going hiking with your friends, if you want to go out in activities and do activities and stuff. Odds are that's just going to happen. That's just the way it is, right? So when you work out and everything, you have more energy, then you're going to be able to do more and have an active lifestyle and keep up with things like that, and therefore, again, burn more calories. Remember, it's all about calories in versus calories out, okay? So that means you're eating less calories than what your body needs to burn on a daily basis, so therefore your body will use up its stored calories so it can keep functioning properly, okay? And that is the training for today, everybody. So if before I hop off, you have any questions, make sure you drop them down below, and I'm right here, I can answer them. So anything, if you want to talk about this topic, go for it. If you want to talk about, if you want to have a question for me just for your, in general, like your weight loss, if you're struggling with anything, like drop them down in the comment. I'm right here to help out. But other than that, if you made it this far in the video, as always, leave a smiley face down below in the comments. This is going to be recorded so you can watch this after again and again. And other than that, if you need help as well, I'm right here to help and support you. Just message me, CH, as always. And other than that, everybody, have an amazing Friday, have an amazing weekend, and keep working on yourself. Remember, start today for a better tomorrow, because if you keep putting your goals off, what's going to happen is you're going to keep getting the same result. If you're not happy with where you are, if you really don't like the weight and everything, just take action, okay? The first step to doing it is just putting that first foot forward. One of the hardest parts ever for a weight loss journey is just putting that foot forward, okay? So that's all you have to do. Tips on how to get more water in. Okay, yeah. So tips on how to get more water in is, number one, I would say every single time, this is a good one that we learned from here from watching a doctor. Every time you pee, get more water in, okay? Every time when you wake up in the morning, make it a habit. Like when I get in the morning now, I wake up in the morning, my water bottle is right beside my bed. I go fill it up with water if it's not already filled up, and I take a bath every morning, but whatever you guys do, as it's filling up, as I'm getting my stuff ready, I drink that whole jug of water. So I'll just show you. This one right here. So that's a habit now. I just do it automatically, so I get a ton of water in already. And then every single meal, drink all your glass of water. I'd say, 2 glasses of water every single meal. Wait until after the meal, because if you drink water during the meal, it actually might mess with your hunger hormones, and therefore you might not get full, so you'll keep eating more. Just a little tip for y'all. And our dietitian here at Coach Hayward, she actually told me that the other day, which was pretty cool. But get water in every single time you eat. Make it a habit, every single right when you wake up in the morning, and also have the water bottle beside you as well throughout the day. You can even get a big ass water bottle as well to hold beside you all day, and a big jug. For ladies, you should be getting around 92 ounces a day. Odds are you're probably not drinking enough water. It's just, I don't even know if I drink enough water. Like, you have to actually get a good amount of water in, and that's going to help keep you full, keep you functioning much better, your cognitive, overall functioning better. And let's see here. There's one more thing. I think I'm gonna need some more water. I'm starting to forget. Oh, dehydration. Okay, and when you're dehydrated, as we know by now, usually you go for food, but actually you're just thirsty. Okay, so it might need a beep. Yeah, maybe you need to just tie it onto your hip or something like that, so you remember. But just practice, and overall it just becomes a habit eventually. So you don't have to think about it then. Jamie, you're very, very welcome for the training. Other than that, everybody, I have to sign off here. Got a call coming up, but I hope you all enjoyed this training. And as always, again, leave a smiley face if you've made it this far. And have a great weekend. And I'll see you all next time.